What is up, everybody? What day is it? Tuesday. Wow, Tuesday. So, I'm back. So you saw the video. Paul and I were out here yesterday. We didn't do squat. We had one small walleye, but the screen was just covered. I showed you the video. Screen was just filthy with them. And I said to Paul as we were going in, I said, I'm gonna go back out, in the morning and put my mind to getting a pattern back going. So first thing I did this morning is I just put the old sticks out. And I'm gonna troll, and I'm not full spread trolling. I've got two rods, one on either side in a flat line rod holder. I'm back in the west end, 17 feet of water. I'm going down this edge with a shad style bait. Instead of a longer stick bait, you could go either way. It's that time of year. You should start seeing shad in here. It should be what they start feeding on heavy. So I came out this morning, like I say, the only issue down here this deep in the west end, and I knew it was going to be the case, a lot of floating debris. A lot of weeds floating. So I've been checking lures about every 5 to 10 minutes. Or at least snapping the rod and trying to break everything free. So we'll see. I'm going to go a little bit farther down here to the point. I've got enough time, then I'm going to run all the way back up almost to Wantry and troll that upper west end. And see. I'm not going to go too much further. The picture isn't nearly as good as it was yesterday. We didn't have any wind last night. We got a little tiny bit of an east-southeast breeze today. So it's not like I think it's moving them around. And like this one right here. I just saw that tip go dead. Okay. These JT trolling rods, these are the 8-foot Ascendants. They are precision trolling rods. I mean, they have such a fine tip. All I have to do is look at that tip. And if it's doing that, it's working. These weeds would kill these lures. So as long as that lure is out there working, it'll get bit. So let's see. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. I'll be back. Perch won't leave this thing alone today. I'm not trolling for perch, but they're cruising for baits. All right, welcome back. Good morning. Good night and good evening. I don't know how that goes, but well, it's 8 a.m. I'm getting ready to pack it in for the morning. I caught a couple other perch. I caught 5 perch trolling this morning on a Berkeley flicker shad. Go figure. And I didn't mark anything that I thought was a school of perch out here. My first trolling pass, we got a little bit of an east wind, so I'm trolling east to west. First trolling pass, I started at 133, the green buoy, and trolled west all the way to Muskrat Bay before the floating weeds in there just got too much, too mas. No bueno. I'm practicing my Spanish. You never know if I'm going to need it where I end up. So yeah, that's what I did, and it didn't really do much. So then I zipped out here, and I told you I went all the way back up the Wantry, right out in the main channel, pointed it west, and I'm just now coming down along the islands right there. You can see behind me. La la la. And the picture has been really pretty good all day. You know, you got fish on the bottom clearly. There hasn't been nearly the suspended fish at that 10 to 15 foot range like I saw yesterday. Mostly at the 10. Well, I say that, and there's 12 and 14 foot right there. But I only had slightly over an hour today. And I wanted to take a moment, if you're still with me this deep in the video, A, thank you. B, I love you guys. Girls, you know, I don't mean to say that like that. I love all of you. The community that I've created here is, you know, and Captain Tony Buffa always used to tell me, he's like, Matt, you gotta build your brand. You have a brand, you have to keep it going. And I've listened to that man about every other thing he's ever told me. So coming out of this darkness and back into the light hasn't been an overnight process, but it's getting better. And I want to thank everybody for the outpouring from last week's video when I felt I owed it to everybody. Maybe that's the wrong term. I just wanted to let everybody know what was going on and that I wasn't, you know, hurt or in trouble or anything like that. Life happens to all of us. And I have to move on, and I have to pick myself up and remember what the hell I'm here for. You know, and I do so much of what I do for all of you. And I've had people say to me in the past, you know, why do you do that? Why do you give so much of yourself to strangers? And I'll tell you why. Because I like making those connections. I've always been an outgoing social person. And you know, from Friday until this morning, I woke up to another message this morning. And I wouldn't, I mean, even if I read you some of these comments, I would never say anybody's name, but the heartfelt messages, and so many of them, I just, it's overwhelming. You never know who watches your video, you know, and not everybody that watches is a subscriber or leaves a like or a comment. So I don't always, matter of fact, I never know, you know, of all the views that a video gets every day, I don't really know who. And I know people, you know, you can say, oh, you know, leave me a comment, all that, but I know not everybody's going to do it. I don't do it to every video I watch, you know. But the messages that have been coming to me since Friday, and I guess it goes without saying, I mean, I didn't do it or make that video thinking, oh, geez, I'd like to get comments like that. That's not the case at all, actually. But those comments are humbling and gratifying. And when someone tells you that you help them without ever knowing it, without ever knowing them, that your words help them, think about that. If I was gone tomorrow forever, I would rather have people know that they got something good from me than bad. And that's all quite honestly, that's really all I need. And if we can leave a legacy, and if I can leave a legacy someday, like my friend and mentor, Captain Tony did, in the thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of people that he positively touched with his life and his being, what more could a man ask for? Or woman? Anybody. So The walleyes didn't cooperate with me this morning. I think tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing. Maybe I'll go a full spread. Well, full spread will only be one more rod. I'm fishing two, so I can only put one more out. But I'll get the planer boards out, and I think I'm going to have to get out and go a little farther east, a little deeper water. And I don't think those fish are necessarily there, but I'd like to get some cleaner water that I could fish without having to check lures every 5 minutes. I know that one over there is dead. I know it's all weeded up because I haven't seen the tip move since I've been sitting here, but I'm almost done, so it doesn't really matter. But we're gonna keep kicking it in the ass, and I'm gonna do my damnedest to every weekend try to go someplace different than Oneida. And during the day or during the week, Monday through Friday, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna come out here every morning. I start a big job tomorrow over in Camillus for a lovely couple that I'm excited to do this work for them, and it's gonna make their house beautiful, and I'll show you guys some pictures. If you know anybody out there that's looking for a beautiful waterfront home on the river, I gotta sell my house before anything else can happen in my life. I gotta sell my house, and I wanna. That's my last string I've got to cut to my old life, to my, and before I can do anything new, before I can have that Genesis moment, I've got to get out from underneath this house. So if you know anybody that's looking, hit me up. All right, other than that, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go get some work done today. I got to finish up another job on my list, and then I'm off to the big one tomorrow over in Camillus. So that'll be fun. Oh, if you're local and you're still again with me here, give me and you're from that west side, Camillus, West Jenny area, because I'm going to be there for couple 3 weeks at least. Drop me a comment. Good place to have lunch over there, especially if it's a sandwich shop, and a really good sandwich shop. So, all right, love you guys. Keep your tip up. I'll see you tomorrow.